Good afternoon, class. Now I am going to share the screen for you. So we are in the discussion of how managerial economics is linked with other subjects, right? How a managerial economics is linked with other subjects we are seeing. There we will discuss how managerial economics is linked with the economics and accountancy, mathematics, statistics, operations research, and psychology and organizational behavior, right? We'll see in detail how it is linked with the other subjects in one by one. Okay. So first part you can see here. Generally economics we are studying in two parts, right? One is microeconomics and one is the macroeconomics. Okay, microeconomics is generally when we discuss regarding the individual's economy or else for a particular firm. If you talk, it is called as microeconomics. Okay, you see this how managerial economics and microeconomics theory are interlinked. You see, managerial economics is generally microeconomics in nature, and generally it provides all the important concepts and analytical tools. This microeconomics theory is going to provide all important concepts and analytical tools to the managerial economics, and this managerial economics makes use of such microeconomic concepts such as elasticity of demand. In the next chapters, we'll be discussing what a demand is and what the elasticity of demand is, and then we'll discuss this managerial cost, market structures, and how they will be leading us to take the decisions. Okay. So generally, we can say that economics is of two parts. Generally, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Generally, the managerial economics is just like a microeconomics. The concepts what we are studying in the microeconomics will be applied in managerial economics also. Okay, these concepts such as demand, elasticity of demand, all these concepts is from microeconomics theory only, and we are using here and we are studying here, right, under managerial economics, right. Next, if you go with the macroeconomics theory, it is not very much linked with this managerial economics, but only it is used when we study the economy of a nation, right. Macroeconomics is nothing but when we want to study the economy of the nation, we'll be studying this macroeconomics. It is very much less concern or very much less connected to the managerial economics. Generally, the concepts of macroeconomics, such as the forecasting, these concepts are helping us in the study of managerial economics. Actually, in under managerial economics, we are having the concepts called as forecasting and many more other type of topics. They are coming from macroeconomics theory only. Okay. Next, you can see how this managerial economics is linked with the mathematics. So you can see here if you want to calculate something, definitely you require mathematics, right? So whenever an economist want to calculate something, how this product will be or how the sales of this product will be in near future, when he want to calculate, he want to take the help of mathematics only, and also it will be taking the help of algebra or calculus, how to analyze the exponential graphs, okay, and vectors, input output tables. Okay, these all concepts are from mathematics only. Do you get now? So whenever we want to see the, for example, if you see the sales of a particular product from one company, if you draw the sales, if sometimes it may be exponentially increasing, sometimes it may be exponentially decreasing, or it will be increasing in the ramp way, in the ramp manner. Ramp signal, you know already. Now you are discussing parallelly signals and systems is going on, right? So you will be knowing what a ramp signal is, right? It will be increasing in a straight line. These type of concepts we can estimate further at what time what will be the number of sales. Do you get no? When we have a graph for some 10 units, we can identify what will be the output for the 11th unit or 12th unit or 13th unit. Like most probably we can identify. Okay. For that purpose, we are using the mathematics. Okay. Generally, it will be helping in planning, right? It will be very, very much helping during the planning. If you see example, if you see the sales, if you are seeing some sales, if it is going in a ramp manner, so at 11th month or the 12th month, you can identify what will be the sales. So based on that, you can produce that required number of goods, right? That's the reason why how mathematics is helping this managerial economics, right? You can also see here the statistics, managerial economics, how it is linked with the statistics. So you have seen in the 10th class itself what statistics is. Okay, I think in the 10th class, in the last part or last concepts will be statistics. Finding of mean, mode, median, average. These type of concepts we have already studied there. They all generally you studied in the mathematics, but it's part of statistics, right? Here, managerial economics needs some tools of statistics. Okay, a successful businessman must correctly estimate the demand of his product. Okay, the statistical tools are used in collecting the data and analyzing them to help in decision making process. Okay, generally we are going for survey, right? To identify whether that particular product is going to have demand or not, we are doing some survey. When you are doing that survey, how can you analyze? You have to take the help of statistics only for analyzing the statistics, right? If you estimate in a wrong way, it is going to affect your company, right? Okay. Next, you see how managerial economics is linked with the accountancy. So generally, a company will be having an accountant Actually, he is going to provide accounting information relating to the costs, how much we are spending, okay, what are our revenues, and what are our receivable amounts, what are our payable amounts, and what are our profits, what are our profits. Okay, actually the accountant will be providing all this information for us. Okay, so we can identify whether we are in the profit or we are in the loss, right? If you are from the accountant, if you get the information that we are in a loss condition, if we run the company furthermore, we will be going into more loss. If he is going to intimate to us in such a manner, what we have to do? We have to take some decisions whether to continue hoping that in near future we will get profits, or else stopping the business there itself. We get no. For this purpose, we require accountancy actually as a manager or else as a CEO of a company. You should be able to know whether your company is running in profits or your company is running in loss. Okay. Next, managerial economics and psychology. Managerial economics and psychology. Generally, this concept called psychology is very very important, right? Consumer psychology is the base on which managerial economics acts upon. Okay, for example, if you see the present situation, now we are in the COVID-19 pandemic time. So at this point of time, a, a general, a middle class person is not going to buy a car right now by taking the loan. Okay, before the pandemic, he might have thought that he requires the car. It is he might have thought that it is the need, but in the present situation, the situation has changed, right? We we are now concentrating on storing the money. Why? Because he might be doing some business, and in at the present situation, the business almost all the business are not running well. Okay, only the pharma business is going well right now. Only the pharma business and the hospitals are running well. Okay, based you can see the psychology of the customer or consumer. Okay, previously he thought that he requires a car. Now he is not thinking for that. Why? Because the business what he is doing is not in a good condition, and not only that, first they are willing of they are willing let this pandemic complete, and some vaccine has to come, and everyone has to get that vaccine. If it is in the initial stage, when the vaccine comes, if it is selling by some private company itself only, the cost will be very much high in the starting days. In the later days, the cost of the vaccine will be reduced. Okay, everyone will be frightened of their life. So instead of buying a car or buying some expensive items or some expensive goods, they will be storing the money. If that COVID attacks them, they should have some backup money. Okay, by paying the money what is in their hand to a loan, now it is not a good idea. So they are not going to do that. Okay. So actually, the psychology plays a very very important role. Okay, these things you can understand if you go with the business papers or business channels. You can see that the sales has decreased drastically. Okay, of some luxurious cars and small general cars or any other bikes or else any other goods which is not very much necessary. Okay, these type of goods cost sales has been reduced. Okay, see this, a manager or economist should know the psychology of the consumer. Based on that he has to act. How the consumer reacts to a given change in the price or supply and its consequential effect on the demand or profit, the main focus of study in the managerial economics. Okay, what you want to say is the economist must be able to know the psychology of the customer upon the, if I in the previous discussions also we have seen that if we increase the price of a bike, what he will be thinking, he will be seeing for the other alternative. Instead of buying this particular bike at this much cost, is there any other alternative? If he is having more amount of money, is there any best product with little bit increase in the cost? Or else if he doesn't have more amount of money, what he will be thinking, he can see the other alternative to that particular bike. Instead of paying more amount of money to that, he can reduce reduce his expenditure. That means instead of paying more amount for that particular bike, he will be seeing buying some other bike which is almost similar to that one. Okay, this is the very very important part when you are a part of a production based company. Okay, product may be a bike, maybe a car, or any other product. Okay, maybe a cell phone or maybe any other electronic gadget. Okay, any required things, maybe any other required things. Okay, so next, how this managed economics is connected to the organizational behavior. Organizational behavior, this plays a very very important role, right? So if you are a manager, you should know how to talk with your owner or proprietor or the CEO of that particular company. You should be able to know that, and you should also know how to deal with the your subordinates. How to deal with your subordinates. Coordinator means in the same cadre. Subordinate means who are in the less cadre than you. And also you should also know how to deal with the daily working labor or else any others. Right. So this is, everyone has some rules. So as a person, you should have some respect to your owner. Okay, we can't go treat him as our friend. Okay, you should have some limitations. You are having some limitations. That is called as organizational behavior. Okay, so when you go into a organization, when you do your job in a company, you should be able to know how to talk to your seniors and how to talk with your manager, how to talk with your CEO, like this. These things you have to know. Okay, if you don't know how to do or how to talk with your superiors, They will be keeping one eye on you, and they may cause some loss to you, to your job. Okay. So manager economics and operations research. What is this operations research? As we have seen, this managerial economics is having many number of problems. A manager is facing so many number of managerial problems, and the operations research team, the operations research team will be seeing or finding the problems for those which are occurring for a manager. That means managerial problems. They will be studying situations. Okay, they will be studying the situations, and they may give some solution to you. Generally, the decision making is the main focus in operations research and managerial economics. If managerial economics focuses on problems of decision making, operation research focuses on solving the managerial problems. Okay, so can see how other disciplines or how other subjects are related to the managerial economics. Okay. Generally, this first unit is organized in three chapters, and the first chapter has ended here. Just will go with go as a revision, right? So in the first part, we have seen some general introduction to managerial economics and demand analysis. Okay, so far we have seen only the managerial economics, and we have to see the demand analysis. Okay, demand analysis can be done in two parts: general demand analysis one and demand analysis two. So what are they may be in the demand analysis one, we will be seeing what are the demand determinants. Okay, and the second part will be generally of elasticity of demand only. So we have seen general introduction, and we have seen the day-to-day activities of the manager, and we have seen what economics is, where it has started. It started in around 18th century, and different types of definitions given by the different types of different types of economists. Okay, for economics they have given some different definitions, and we came to know economics is generally categorized into two: microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics is around theory of firm or a particular person, but macroeconomics is regarding the countrywide. Okay. Okay, we also see what are the factors of production: land, labor, capital, organization, technology. These are all the factors of production. These are also the economic resources actually, and how it will be flowing. That thing will be seeing in the microeconomics. Sorry, macroeconomics. So welfare economics, it is also a part of economics, but it's generally development economics. It will be seeing, or it will be studying what are the reasons. Okay, for famine. Famine is just like a deficiency of something. It is called as famine. Okay, that's the welfare economics. Professor Sen, Amritya Sen. And here you are able to know what a management is. What is the work of a management is. Okay, so there management includes have some number of functions such as planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. And a manager should show his effort to communicate to his staff what are the goals, objectives, policies, and procedures Okay, and he has to coordinate all the efforts and motivate them, sustain their enthusiasm, and lead them to act to achieve the corporate goals. So, and also we have seen in detail what a manager will be doing. He has to direct the resources such as man, material, machines, money, and technology. Okay, and he has to take several decisions by fulfilling all his tasks. So we came into the managerial economics. So it became popular in 1951 after the publication of the book Managerial Economics in USA. Mm, okay, so we have different definitions and meanings for the managerial economics given by different economists. Okay, we have 67 number of definitions, and we also have what's the nature of managerial economics is. What is the nature of managerial economics? So then we have gone for scope of managerial economics. That means where we are applying this managerial economics. In demand decision we are applying, in input output decision we are using, price output decision, profit related decisions, investment decisions, and economic forecasting and forward planning. And at last we have seen the linkage with other subjects. This managerial economics, how is it linked with the other subjects? Okay. In the next class, we'll be discussing regarding the demand analysis. Okay.